Hey, welcome back to the channel. This is my review of the Burton Step On Bindings. First, let me give you a little background on what kind of rider I am and how long I've been snowboarding for. So I picked this up when I was in college, and if you've seen any of my other videos of my trips out west on this channel, then you know that's where I also met my best friend Chris. So I've been doing it for almost 20 years now. Early on, I discovered that doing jumps and fancy tricks were just not my style. I suck at it, and I don't even live near a place or even have the time to hone in those skills. I may do an ollie here or there, but that's probably about as fancy as I get. I try to take one big trip out to a mountain at least once a year because all we have around here are honestly just gigantic hills where runs take about a minute or even less, and the lift lines take forever on busy days. I like taking very long runs and just enjoying my time out there and just doing some carving. I enjoy blue runs way more than black diamonds because I don't have to do nearly as many speed checks and I can just go. It's just freeing and not as tiring. So that's me. That's how I ride and why I think these step-ons are perfect for a guy like me and maybe you. So previously I had a set of flow bindings, which I love, but they had their faults. So depending on how tight my bindings were, it was sometimes a struggle just to get that high back up on them because it would just get caught right up on that back heel. Also, sometimes that high back would just bounce forward, which wouldn't even allow me to easily slip in my boot. But man, once my boot was in place and I got that high back up, I was off, and that was it. No sitting down, no strapping in. Just slip my boot in, raise that back up, and go. So why did I switch? When I saw this guy step right into him right off of a lift without even touching his bindings, I knew that was something I had to look into. Didn't have to bend over, didn't have to sit down, didn't even touch them, nothing. They were easier than flows. So when my wife asked me what I wanted for Christmas this past year, I said, don't worry, I got this. It was just right in time for my trip out to Keystone. Setup is easy, just screw them into my board, adjust the foam on the bottom, and that was literally it. Now I will say the downside to the system is it requires compatible boots, so not any boot will work, and only Burton and DC make them. So getting this system will tie you down, but I was already in the market for some new boots with the BOA system, and they got them. Using this system is quite easy. It's got 3 contact points to make sure that you stay locked in here on the heel and 2 points near the front of the toes. They have this bit here for your pants so it doesn't get in the way of the system. All you do is line up the heel, step down, and rock your toes side to side until you hear it clicks, which tells you that you're in. To get out takes a little bit of getting used to. First, you have to release that heel. Then you have to do a twist of your foot with a little bit of force to get your toes out. It's a little tricky at first, but after a while, muscle memory should kick in and it's all good. You can twist whatever way is most comfortable to you, but I found that twisting my heel inwards works best for me. So how did it feel? Honestly, it felt great. And I didn't feel like I was going to get detached or anything like that. Everything feels really solid, and the board did feel a little bit more responsive than it did before. So on our 2-day trip to Keystone, we must have done over 40 runs, and not once did I miss my flows. As I watch other snowboarders take their time strapping in, I literally just stepped into mine and took off. Boy, am I lazy. But you know what? It felt great. Thanks for watching.